With us today is award-winning columnist for the New York Post, Michael Goodwin. And, my God, so many things going on, Michael. What's going on post-debate?
Well, thank you, John. Look, it's kind of a freak out, as Politico calls it, as the Democrats are busy, A, attacking each other, and B, trying to find, where is the center here? Where is the moment in terms of whether Joe Biden can survive or not? And I have to say, and I'm not surprised, it looks very much like a jump ball. He clearly wants to stay in, but there's a lot of pushback from a lot of different quarters, donors, some legislators. Others, people even in the administration, are beginning to leak unfavorable details about his operations. I mean, how he operates, I should say. And so this whole thing is still up in the air. And you know my prediction, which is he will be gone within a month.
Wow. But, Judge Weinberg, you have a expression, be careful what you wish for.
Right, Michael, I think that Trump can beat Biden. I'm not sure that Trump can beat anybody else. Maybe he can beat Harris. But then the question becomes, when people are voting, Michael, for Biden, they're really voting for Harris. And is that really going to stand up?
Well, it's a good point. Look, Harris, according to the polls, according to one poll, she cuts Trump's lead in half, from something like 4 points over Biden to 2 points over her. But that's so early. She's not really the nominee. Others are saying she's even weaker among independent voters than Biden is. And so that would be a true liability and would almost certainly toss the election to Trump. So I think part of the problem for the Democrats is they have no real convincing answer yet to who can do better than Biden. And before they dump him, they're going to want to know who that person is. So you have a lot of things, some of them contradictory, going on at the same time, and they're trying to navigate their way through it. Now, Biden has, I think, an interview with George Stephanopoulos for Friday, and then I think he's got a couple of appearances. And even he has apparently said these are crucial. I must do well in order to keep the momentum going here. So, look, George Stephanopoulos, they obviously picked him because of his politics. He has said openly he thinks Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. He is on Biden's side. So if you can't survive an interview with somebody who's on your team effectively, you're really in trouble. And a lot of it would depend, of course, on just Biden's persona. Does he answer crisply? Does he look like he's awake? Can he finish his sentences? Does he get lost somewhere? I mean, these are such foundational questions that it's amazing that they're even the test for the president of the United States. But that's the fallout of that debate. He shook every bit of confidence everybody had in him, and now he's got to try to earn some of it back.
Well, here's the other problem that people are not thinking about. If Biden refuses to move, his family, Hunter Biden, has moved into the White House. His wife, Jill Biden, is standing by his side, and they're saying, no way are we leaving. And then how can people vote for President Biden if Harris is going to be there? Because I have a lot of doubts in my mind about Harris.
Sure. Look, I think in a way, John, you put your finger on something, which is that Harris has always been weaker than Biden on the ticket. She's always been a drawback. And the idea that now we see his decline, his cognitive decline. So it's highly unlikely, almost impossible to believe that he could finish a second term, which then shifts the focus to Harris. So, as people have been saying, a vote for Biden is a vote for a President Harris because the likelihood that he would not be able to finish a second term. Well, that is even heightened now. So I don't see how that helps Biden, and it certainly doesn't help Harris. So that's why I think the Democrats are in a real bind. If they had a better alternative on the shelf, they would have grabbed it already.
Well, I guess we have to just wait and see. Anything else you want to tell the American people?
Look, I think the July 4th is an amazing holiday, a time for Americans. If you don't know the history of our country, and none of us can know all of it, it's so voluminous, and even more and more books are being written, more things are being discovered. Just learn from history. I think that's one of the things that's happened to the 20-something generation. They have forgotten American history. They never learned it. They were indoctrinated to look down on it. But it is rich with wonderful stories about wonderful people doing amazing things. And when you study it, you learn why America is unique. It was a new idea. It remains still the most powerful country because of its idea behind it. And it is a shame that so many Americans don't know more about their own country.
Oh, I agree with you. And if all these migrants that are coming in want to be citizens someday, how many of them qualify from many points of view?
Yeah. And notice the migration is not going in the other direction, right?
Yeah.
They all want to come to America.
Well, Michael Goodwin, thank you for your wisdom. Have a happy 4th of July, and we'll catch up with you again real soon.
Thank you. The same to you and Richard.
Thank you.